Hi everybody. First, I'd like to thank you all for allowing me to share my voice. It's such an incredible event. Gen Z, you are all a bright light in what has seemed like a very dark time. My name is Jenna Maroney, she, her, and I'm a resident physician in internal medicine pediatrics and a founder and president of the Brown Sexual and Gender Minority Alliance. I will speak today less about my experiences within healthcare and more regarding the work I've done for the sexual and gender minority communities. A couple of years ago, I received a grant to work with a very special organization here in Rhode Island, Youth Pride Inc. This wonderful space provides a safe and welcoming environment for LGBTQ+ youth to express, advocate, and educate themselves on the disparities that afflict their communities. At my time spent there, we've had discussions regarding privilege. I recognize mine. A white, cisgender, able-bodied female, whereas Youth Pride is represented predominantly by trans, gender diverse, and queer people of color. The youth have frequently asked me, is there anyone that looks like us that you work with? I've only been able to name a few. In medicine, only 5% of physicians are Black, and white people still represent greater than 50% of the workforce. We do not have statistics to represent the LGBTQ+ community within medicine because, unfortunately, we have yet to find it important enough to do so, but we are here and we are fighting. In my work, the intersectionality between the LGBTQ+ community and that of the Black community has always been palpable. Whether that be in educating those about the history of the gay rights movement and how it was inspired by the leaders of the civil rights movement, being aware that a strong, courageous, trans woman of color, Marsha P. spearheaded one of our most notable moments in history, or invisibly seeing the struggle of balancing the two identities amongst my friends, my patients, and my colleagues. Yoruba Richin, a Black queer documentary filmmaker, describes her elation when President Obama was elected in 2008. I too remember the exact moment when he was elected. In his speech, he referenced Seneca Falls, Selma, and Stonewall. As a young lesbian woman living in Texas, I finally felt hope. Even though at the time we still had so much work to do, he made it a point to highlight the struggles of women, Black people, and the LGBTQ+ community in one of, if not, the most important speech of his life. Unfortunately, now we live in a different world, one in which our president initially scheduled his first rally on Juneteenth, advocates to remove adoption protection for LGBTQ+ parents during Pride Month, and has most recently dismantled healthcare protections for the transgender community on the same day 2 trans Black women were killed. He has utterly, purposely brought so much fear and hate to this country. I hope you enjoyed this birthday shout out, Mr. Trump. I ask all of you, as we honor the lives of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, Dominique Fells, Rhea Milton, and so many others, that we build on each other. I believe it is my responsibility as a cisgender white woman to advocate for the Black community, the trans community, and every community that continues to suffer. We must place the responsibility not on those who are suffering, but instead on those who have been given the privilege not to suffer. We must educate, advocate, and continue to be actively anti-racism. We must speak and stand up for our trans and gender diverse peers. We must support each other's work and give credit where credit is due, while also holding each other accountable. While it can be comfortable to speak to issues within your own communities, I want to encourage and inspire you all to be vulnerable and speak up for those you do not represent. I will finish today with a quote from Bad Bunny. Never wait for artists or fictitious heroes. You are the ones with the power. Teach your sons and your daughters, and insert my own quote, your non-binary children, other colleagues, coworkers, and friends, to respect and love regardless of skin color. Educate those who do not seem to know about the history of suffering and struggle that Black people have endured, about the injustices they have carried for centuries. Maybe we won't change the world today, but today we can work on making a difference for tomorrow. Thank you all. Black Lives Matter.